Hey guys, so I teach Mound Mod, freshmen and sophomores. All my learners are on IEPs. So I teach math. I teach high school. One of the supports I like to use is a graphic organizer and sentence filler for like when I'm introducing new like new topics into like math that have to do with math. So for like example, arithmetic and geometric sequences or functions. So like with the graphic organizers that I provide have boxes. So they have like a step-by-step on how to like solve an equation or find the next or solve for like sequences. So we typically do that one together as the whole class. And I allow my learners to use them as references whenever they're completing any types of assignments. I have found that with the graphic organizers, they tend to understand the material better. I also provide fill-in, like the fill-in notes. So for those learners that I know don't always focus or have, like problems focusing during note taking, or they have a hard time staying on task, I usually will provide that to help them complete the notes, just because I want to make sure that they have all the notes they need in their notebook, because it is part of their IEPs is to allow them to use notes during tests. So I do, for an at-risk learner, I do have one in my classroom. So what we do is for like the at-risk learners who are at risk of not graduating with a diploma, there is like a certificate type of track completion that they get put on. But we obviously try to help them as much to avoid that route. So right now I have one. So with this specific learner, I usually have to, the type of support that I provide for him is I usually sit next to them, and I have to redirect them quite often. But I have found that when I do sit next to him, or I have him sitting at my desk while I'm instructing, he is more likely to complete his assignments. He does have trouble seeing, so I will provide like larger font for this student. I have found too, like when during assignments, if I'm using prompting questions as a support, instead of just giving him the answers, he does pretty well. Like he can tell me what the next step is, or I can even do it on his paper. So if I ask him, okay, well, what do you do next? And he'll say it and he'll write it down. So I found that type of support also helps them stay on track and complete tasks. So that's what I do for my at-risk learners, as well as my learners who have IEPs.